All right, well, hey everybody, it's Andrew Menelick here with Coventry Homes, and I'm sitting in the bonus room of my Cassie show home in Maple Crest, and you can see the beautiful trees behind me here. Now, let me just see if I can change the resolution. There you go. So behind me here, there's some beautiful lots. Actually, why don't I just show you a little bit. So there's lots right in front of the show home right here that you can build a big nice house backing onto the trees, and there's actually a little sidewalk out there as well. I'll try to do maybe some more videos showing the communities and stuff like that as well. But the point of this video was because recently had a conversation, actually just got off the phone with one of my amazing clients here, and we talked a little bit about the process. And I figured in my head, why not do a little bit of a video like that, so to tell people what to kind of expect when buying a house from Coventry Homes, specifically with me, because different area sales managers are going to work differently, and this is just kind of what I thought of to kind of break it down here for you. So what to expect when you walk into a show home. For me personally, the very first time you walk into the show home, I'd like to call that kind of the meet and greet, or more is like the blind date. This is just, we're just kind of meeting each other, getting to know each other a little bit here, seeing if we can build kind of a business relationship here, see if what I have available is going to work for your needs. It not always does work out. So that's kind of where this first step goes. It's like, nice to meet you. How's it going? What are you looking for in a house? Kind of break it down. What is it? Why do you want a house? And things like that. And we see if things will work. And then our next visit, or several visits after, depending on whatever pace you want to go at. But the next serious step would be putting a lot on hold, and then we're pricing out a house. Because we are a full custom home builder. There is going to be, if you want to, like for example, this bonus room right here, you want to push it out over the garage more, and that's going to interfere with the roof trusses, maybe some beams and extra siding and all that jazz. Have to do a price request in the system for you. So which point, we'll need a lot on hold. We will need a pre-approval is another crucial thing to have for getting the price request done. Once we have that, I can input price requests of all the custom changes that you want to do, as well as pricing out the architecturals, additional changes that are already kind of priced out in the system. But it is a very thorough process. Once we kind of get all the stuff that you want on your initial kind of wants and needs list there, kind of priced out, we kind of go for that next step of, is this everything that you want? Is it too much? Are we a little bit out of reach here? Or is it not enough? We kind of make some adjustments based upon, that. Then we make an offer. We present an offer to Coventry Homes main office. And then once the offer is put into place and it's agreed upon by both parties, meaning Coventry Homes head office and you as the buyer, we then proceed to putting it into a mortgage application there with one of our preferred mortgage specialists. You always want to use a preferred mortgage specialist on our list, just because they're people that we've worked with extensively, and it is a very, very vetted list. So we only keep people on that list that have done a fantastic job with our homeowners in the past. Again, we're dealing with a custom home process here, so we want to make sure that you're having as smooth as process as possible. Can't tell you how many times I've had somebody come into the show home and saying, I'm all approved, no problem, with somebody that they just walked into a branch with, and then it just kind of spirals out of control if they do continue to use that person. So we have our own specific preferred mortgage lenders list for that reason, to ensure or most hope for the best, smoothest process for you with your home purchase there. All right, so step number one, let's just recap here. So step number one, meet and greet. Step number two is, hey, we like what we think we can do something together here. Let's see what the numbers work out. So we're putting a lot on hold with the pre-approval. We're doing we're pricing out everything into the system, and then once I get kind of back to you onto the numbers, we iron out the details there, and then now we're presenting an offer to head office. Once the offer is presented, we will actually and accepted. Sorry. Once the offer is presented, and then everything's agreed upon by the office and you, then we would proceed to that mortgage approval. Once mortgage is approved, we then remove the conditions of financing. Once the conditions of financing is done, then we proceed to what's called a margin review. So this is where our general manager actually just goes through all the number details of everything that we have in the initial contract, make sure that the numbers are adding up appropriately. I actually had one of my first pre-sales that I had. We extended part of the house out, and then I actually missed just by 2 feet, 2 feet of upper cabinets in the house. So they're like, hey, you missed this. So we just kind of re-added that in there. And then once that's kind of signed off on, the pre-margin review, then we move into the preliminary stage of steps. Now the preliminary stage step is going to be, if you're doing a full custom or a modified plan, or actually any of our plans, they will actually go through, the draft person will get their hands on it, go through all the list of changes and everything that you want into the house, and then actually formally draw it up. And then the preliminary plan review is to go over that. Like, is this, like, we show you actually the blueprints here at this stage, and we go over the major structural changes that you wanted, maybe moving the wall, adding windows, changing cabinet layouts, or sorry, designs. Layouts are actually done at the design center there. And then, you know, is this the house that you were kind of expecting? Is this what you want us to build for you? And then we make some changes. At this point too, we typically get the pre-plot plan, or we get the plot plan from drafting as well, where they'll note any site changes. For example, if there's what's called a rainwater leader, which is the pipe from your eaves trough that goes down the downspout and actually goes right down into the ground, into the sewer. If that's required by the land requirement or by the developer requirement, we'll need to add it at that point. Or if the slope of the land is a little bit off, it's going to be 4 steps up into the house instead of 3, we need to add an extra step, that kind of thing. And then once we iron out those details, we sign off on those, and then we send them into the office again, and then we'll actually have a second plan review, which is called the HCL homeowner checklist, as you will. And the homeowner checklist, this is the final plan review. This is, you've already approved the structural changes on the prelims, and now you are doing going through the electrical changes, make sure the light switches are in the right spot, going to the right lights, the light fixtures, the light switches, low voltage, your telephone, your cable, your internet. We go through all those details with you to make sure we're building the right house for you. So it is a multi-stage process. Again, we're a custom home builder. We build each house very individually to what you want. So that's kind of one of the nice things about Coventry, is multi-stage steps there. You have to kind of sign off on that. We then go ahead and send it off to construction, and we get to start building your dream home. So hopefully that clears some things up for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know, and we'll see you in the next video.